I much prefer these interviews sometimes when we're walking around and actually enjoying it. So I'm here with Wendy Ireland, and pardon me that I'm not helping you, you know, push your race bike and stuff like that, but I got my own stick to handle and things like that. We're going that way? Okay, we're going that way. So we're just finishing up at Windsor Fair, and I like it up here. Are you originally from Maine?
I am.
Okay, so
Yeah,
so
I'm
is
from
that
Brewer,
Brewer?
up near Bangor.
Okay.
Yep.
I wonder if that part was named after because my family's Brewer from up here. Maybe, possibly. I don't know. We'll find that out later. Tune in later.
Okay.
So so you're from here? So is that why you've kind of climbed to the top? Because you're like the big dog here for the breeders, right?
I'm the president.
You're the
current
president.
Yes.
Of all the breeders.
The Breeders and Owners Association.
Breeders and Owners Association. Wait, we're going this way. Hold on. Yeah. Are we going to your camper? Where are we going?
No,
Where's
trailer.
The trailer. Okay. Where's the? Oh, okay.
Out back.
All right. So the Breeders and Owners Association. How'd you come across that?
Well, I've always been actively involved. I used to be on the board of directors of the Maine Harness Horseman Association. I was their executive director.
Okay.
For a few years, but I've always had stake horses with owners, and decided to get on the board, and then got elected last year at the annual meeting.
Okay. So did you want to get on because you wanted to change something, or you just felt like, you know what, this is my area. I like this area.
Well, no, I actually wanted to get on the board of directors because I like to stay actively involved in the industry,
okay.
and to try to make sure that things go positively. You know, we've been trying to get a Southern Maine casino here for several years, and the Sire Stakes program has been under fire a lot, and really just want to help to make that program grow.
Did you fix it yet?
Well,
what?
You know, we're trying to bring the numbers back up. We're trying to get more mares bred, bring more owners into the business, but it's tough. It's a growing trend around the country. It's not just subjective to Maine.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Right.
So are you fixing it? Like you're working to fix it? That's the game plan,
We're
right?
trying to find ways to bring more owners into the sport. Correct.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Well, this year we had an idea of syndicating a yearling, but unfortunately our efforts have failed. We looked at 3 yearlings and they weren't very up to par.
Didn't work, and
no.
It had to be Maine bred, right? That was the game plan.
Yes.
All right, so at least it's we got some plans. We got to just put them into actual effort, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Kim, come here. We're doing. This is Wendy's husband, Kim. He's big time trainer and stuff like that. Say hello to everybody. So, are you? What do you let her dictate everything? Like, how's it at the house? She's the boss of all the breeders and owners. What's it like at the house?
Well, I'm like the first husband.
Okay. So
they call me Lenny Perkins Jr. now.
Okay.
Yeah. No.
So
at the house, like, is there? Because are you the executive? Like, do you make all the executive decisions for the owners and breeders, or is it like a board?
No, we have a board of directors. I'm just the president. I'm just only one vote on the board.
Okay, so then at home, is there only one vote total, and that's your vote, or is there a
we're
board
a team.
of
We're a team.
4 votes.
Yeah.
Who are the other 2 votes?
Emily and Hadley.
Those are your kids?
No, my granddaughter and my daughter.
Your granddaughter
Right.
and your daughter. Okay,
So it's 3-1.
So 3. I was gonna say you're definitely outnumbered here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but do you get a vote? Is he?
I get a vote.
No. But I'm saying on the owners and breeders now. Do you get a vote with that, or
As
He's
membership
a member.
on
He's
a
a
membership.
member.
okay?
Yes.
So do you leave all the owners and breeders stuff to her? Let her, and you do the training? Is that pretty much
No,
how it goes?
I voice my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he gets like a portion of your vote, right?
Well, not really.
Or not really.
No.
Not really.
I take everybody's thoughts and comments into consideration when I do place my vote in board meetings.
What's your blueprint on the? Is it going to be the syndication yearling? What are some other ideas that we want to use, or something that you've already put into effect?
I mean,
that works.
You know, we're just trying to find ways to bring more owners into the sport, and one of those ways was to try to bring 10 new owners in with this syndication. And obviously, this year that's not going to happen. So next year we're going to possibly look at buying a weanling.
Okay.
You know, our yearling population's down a bit, so there's not a lot to choose from out there. So you know, we're hoping to maybe possibly buy a weanling, but you know, that's going to actually bring our overhead costs up a bit.
But it's easier to buy a weanling because there's more of them and people want to sell them at that point in time.
Yeah.
Whereas as yearlings,
they're
sold and they're gone by then.
I've heard up here that that's pretty much what you have to do. Where it's like you said, instead of buying a yearling, you buy them when.
Well, a lot of the owners, they have their own brood mares and they breed their own,
Sure.
so they don't sell them too. And I understand that. So, but well, I'm sure, and even if that doesn't work out, I mean, we just got to keep working on ways to try to improve the sport. I mean, a lot of it is that people have a reluctance about breeding. Is that number one, the cost of
Sure.
breeding and raising a foal, and number two is the uncertainty of what's going to happen in southern Maine.
Yeah.
That plays a huge factor, and it has for the last several years. So, I mean, I know the economic downturn several years back that also played a role in it, as it did across the whole country.
Everywhere, you
right?
know, it
So
is what it
you
is.
see the numbers have declined. I mean, there's a horse shortage across the whole country. I mean, but as an industry, we have to change the way we do things too, because right now we're racing too many days, too many dashes, and
Sure.
we need to consolidate.
Short fields.
We need
Short
to
field.
change as an industry. That's in order for us to survive.
We're work together, right?
That's what we're trying to do.
That's
Yes.
it. And then
Yeah.
you know, well, and we can't have like one like you know you're not in charge of everything. You have a board of directors that you have to work together with, and well, except for at home.
And
when you-
also,
he's outnumbered 3 to
also in
1.
Maine, we have to always have a presence at the legislature because our funds aren't dedicated. So every year we have that uncertainty of whether or not they're going to take our funds away from us.
Okay, so here's my question:
Mm.
is that good? Because every year it's personally I think if you're fighting every year, you have to do stuff to show
Which we had.
what you guys are doing.
Right.
Right.
And
So,
we and actually the legislative committee at the State House that is in charge of the casino funds, which is the Veterans Legal Affairs Committee,
okay.
actually asked the Breeders Association to come up with ideas to try to bring more owners into the sport.
Yeah.
And we formed a committee. They came up with ideas, and we've actually tried to implement some of them. One of the things that we tried to do was to eliminate trailers altogether.
Trailers.
We can allow one trailer now in
You
in
mean
a field of horses.
in a race.
Yes.
Okay.
And unfortunately, the commission this year turned us down. We are going to bring it back.
So you want bigger fields?
No, we want to actually not have any trailers at all.
Okay.
To try to help spread the money around a little bit.
Okay.
And I think it would give more of the little guys a chance to actually be able to, get a few dollars. And not only that, it's really not fair to the owners to ask them to spend that starting fee every week and not have a chance to have the horse on the gate.
Okay.
I mean, in Pennsylvania, what they do is they just basically say in the stake races that every horse has to have their head on the gate.
Sure.
So unfortunately, we just couldn't get that done.
And there's 7 and 8 horse wide fields. I mean,
Sure.
we don't mind going 7 and 8 horse fields. That's great. We just don't want the 5 horse fields, but we don't want trailers. Somebody doesn't have a chance. He's handicapped from the start.
Okay. So these are a lot more ideas we got. We got some in the we got an idea bucket, or I'm sure
Oh, a
I'll
lot
contribute
more
some ideas, and I'm sure anybody watching this, we're always helping to try to contribute ideas. But I'm always under the impression that it's good to always have to keep reestablishing
We do.
new stuff.
We do.
And whether it's forced or not, I'd prefer it if everybody just did it non-forced. It seems like you guys are a little bit forced to do it, which I think is fine.
Right. And we're not complaining about that either. But the biggest thing is educating the legislators
Yeah.
too.
Well,
that's a hard
but we
part.
have been very, very proactive in that in the last several years. And actually, I worked as a lobbyist up
Okay.
there for the industry on behalf of one of the casino efforts. So.
I think another thing too, we hear lobbying and things like that. I think if you simplify it, it's just making sure there's communication between everybody, making sure everybody has education on what's going on, making sure everybody knows who everybody is. I think maybe some of the politicians, they don't know any of us, but you put a face to somebody, it's really hard to ignore. You learn everybody's name, you learn everybody's face.
Right.
Yeah, you have meetings, you have all these things like that. It opens the door for future stuff, right?
Right.
As opposed to a no-name face, a no-name horseman, a no-name politician, nobody knows. We all got to be in the same room and talk.
And that's how education.
It can't be bad,
happen.
right?
Right.
No.
So, all right. So, last question. We're going home. Who's cooking dinner tonight?
Probably neither one of us.
Neither one. What are we?
Leftovers.
Leftovers.
Steaks from last night.
Who cooked it? Does she cook? Do you cook?
I cooked the steak on
He
the
cooks
grill last
mostly
night.
because I'm
He
also an instructor at a gym. I'm a
Okay.
cycling instructor, so
Okay.
I'm not home a lot at night.
Okay. So you're like you're a fitness guru? Is that?
I actually am. Yeah, I was in Philadelphia last weekend at a big fitness guru event.
Okay. So I tend to clang and bang every once in a while. You wanna give my guns a squeeze?
Sure.
Those 11-inch biceps. They're
Yeah,
not, they're not bad.
Yeah, you gotta start lifting more.
Listen,
No, add weight.
add weight.
Push-ups.
That
No,
5
push-ups are
pound
the
dumbbell's
trick.
not doing it.
I'm all about reps. I'm all about reps, baby. Just
You're
5
right.
pounds, just
No.
No,
struggling to get it
actually,
straight.
multiple reps are actually the way to go.
That's
yes.
what I mean. I'm just banging and clanging. You
Yeah,
know?
no, that's a good way to go.
It's really hard, to do. I just want free weights, and that's But
Yeah.
so
We
real
don't
quick.
like cardio.
No, I love running.
Oh.
But yeah, no, I'm not a weight guy.
I see you're a big Star Wars fan.
Oh yeah, of course, of course. I got tattoos everywhere and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
so do we have a shameless self promotion for the fitness club and for the MSBOA? I'm all about shameless self promotion here. So
You're all about
The
shameless
website.
self-promotion.
yeah,
Give them the website.
yeah.
Oh, well, yeah.
MSBOA.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Go to our website, www.mescirestakes.com, to get all the latest information. 2-year-old finals are September 8th,
Right.
7 p.m. at Bangor Raceway.
And then your cycling club.
All Out Fitness, Randolph, Maine.
There we go. Bada boom. And if you need fitness advice or marriage advice or what
Yeah.
other advice? Steak advice, lobster.
Yeah, I'm a certified personal trainer,
Yeah,
too.
so just I'm sure she's good at nutrition. Just yeah, just bug her on whether it's Maine or not. So again, Wendy and Kim Ireland, thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right.